Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and yes, I can't believe it, we are living in this timeline. STR Super Saiyan 2 Trunks has finally awakened. This unit has been in the game. Let me just bring up his unawakened form on the other monitor here. This guy has been in the game since 2016 and has remained an SSR for 5 years. And then finally, he has a TUR awakening. Every single time there was a celebration that was revolved around Trunks, or a new Super Saiyan 2, or even like a Vegeta family unit, every single time it was like, are they finally going to awaken that STR Super Saiyan 2 Trunks? And they finally have. So they've just been going all out with all units that are considered crossover. This guy, the 2 Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas got awakenings, 16 and 21 got easy A's, so not just heroes, this is a full-on crossover celebration. So Trunks has a crossover leader skill, 3 key and 120, and then an all-types leader skill, 3 key and 70%. So that's going to be very useful when I'm link leveling him and a bunch of other of these new units. You can use him as the leader. His super attack, supreme damage to the enemy, raises attack and defense for 3 turns, so you can get a couple of stacks off of that. And then his passive is attack and defense 150%. Apparently he was buffed, and when the information was first shown, it was like 120, I think. So it's 150, which is really good when performing a super. So obviously he's not super ideal for slot 1, but you're probably mainly going to be using him on teams as a support unit anyway. He gets an additional 30% attack and defense and chance of performing a crit 15% per crossover category ally attacking in the same turn, which means he'll get 60% attack and defense, a 30% chance to crit on a full crossover team, which is pretty crazy. And then he gives all allies key +1 attack and defense 25%, and then an additional key +1 and 15% attack and defense for crossover allies. So actually you can use him on other teams as well. Obviously he won't be as good as crossover, but say like the Super Saiyan 2 team, for example, you can use him as a support unit. He's still going to have 150% attack and defense, and then be giving 25% attack and defense from 1 key to everybody else. So that's actually pretty decent. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. I'd had him at like 97% for so long because I'd held off on putting those final orbs in until we knew what his awakening would look like one day. So 15 additional, 8 crit, 3 dodge. I definitely think you want more additional just so you can get that second super attack off and get another one of these stacks if possible. So we have him on the crossover team. At the moment we only have Super Saiyan 4 Bardock on rotation for him to link with. They have Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, and Prepared for Battle. We're getting a little bit of support from Vegito in slot 3 as well, because he gives a 20% buff to crossover allies. And we have 81k defense at the start of the turn. So obviously, remember, he gets his stats on Super, so he's not really a slot 1 unit, but since we're in the first phase here, it doesn't really matter too much. 2.7 million. So considering he's supposed to be a support unit, and we have, 3 links active. That was pretty good. So let's go ahead and we'll do this. We'll float off Supreme Kai here. Grab these for you, and then these for you. So yeah, this Trunks, not only does he finally have an awakening, he does actually seem like he's pretty good. Obviously, we're going to be able to see his stats jump up a little bit more as we get the proper support units on rotation, get some of his links active. We are going to be linking him up with the Xeno Vegeta, who just awakened, because not only do they share a few links, but obviously the Xeno Vegeta is a Vegeta family support unit. And this is what I've said. I've mentioned it in recent videos, but way back when we were talking about like future awakenings and stuff, I always said that the Xeno, Vegeta and Goku should awaken into Super Saiyan, and it's exactly for this reason, because then when you have them on teams, they're going to link up with other units better, because they now have links like Super Saiyan. So once we have these guys fully link leveled, that's going to be a much better setup. So they share 4 links. And then you're also getting a couple from the Bardock as well. So let's go ahead and we'll put Vegeta in slot 1. Trunks' defense is now 135k. Wow. And considering, yeah, he's getting the 150% on super attack. So that means his defense is going to be jumping up to, what, 300 and something? Maybe close to 350. That's actually crazy. Now, obviously, that is mainly because we get the extra buff from having the 2 crossover allies, so he's not going to look quite that crazy on opposite teams. But obviously, he's also helping to buff everybody else, Yeah, he's just looking real good. They 3.24 million. Okay. And yeah, this is, we're going to get to a rotation where, I think the next one, in fact, where we're going to get that final stack from his super attack effect. And then, yeah, we're going to have Supreme Kai of Time in slot 3 for the extra support. So we potentially are going to get to a 4 million attack stat with him, which is pretty cool when you consider the fact that, like, with all the new units and stuff that have come out today, obviously people are hype about Trunks finally getting an awakening, but he's actually up there with, like, these units. Like, you probably, if you've got him, which you probably have at this point unless you're a newer player, even with all the new units that have been pulled, if you're running a crossover leader rather than a heroes leader, you definitely want this guy on the team. Like, he's so good. Obviously, I had so many copies of him for so long, I was able to sort out his hidden potential. Eventually he's going to easy A at some point as well, but they've given him an awakening that is so good, I don't think he's going to see an awakening for quite some time. So you don't pick up any extra links for Supreme Kai, so I'm going to put him in slot 1 just in case, because obviously with the type advantage it's very possible that Vegeta, like, goes off, especially if he gets additionals, and just takes care of Goku here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Trunks do all the work for this turn. So 3.64 now is pretty decent. And his defense is going to be, like, again, we're talking like close to 400k at this point for his defense. So very, very good. Okay, so we're back on the Trunks rotation. Had some Pickles-related interference, but we've got him up to 148k defense now, start of turn. So I think this is him maxed because he super attacked 3 times. So he's got the 3-turn buff. And so this means that on supering, his defense goes up to 450k, which is pretty good. But just like the previous turn, Goku's on a bit too low health here. I don't want to risk putting him in slot 1 and having Vegeta in slot 1 and having Goku kill him. So 3.36, or sorry, having Vegeta finish off Goku. So 3.36 with the extra little bit of support from Super Saiyan 4 Vegito on the team. I mean, yeah, this Trunks, super, super good. So the fact that he's a support unit that can be run on any of these teams, because he's giving a little bit more of a buff to the crossover allies, but he's still going to be very useful. Obviously, there are teams, it's kind of like the God Trunks situation, where obviously there are some teams you can run him on where you can bring some good crossover units. Like if you're doing Vegeta Family in Super Battle Road, for example, you're probably going to be bringing the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who's technically crossover. I said technically, he is in the crossover category. So he's going to be useful on other teams even without that buff. I'll have to use him on a team for another video. I might have to do, like, I mean, I'll probably do an updated Vegeta Family and Goku Family Super Battle Road, because I want to try out, like, God Trunks and various other units. The Super Saiyan 3 Awakenings for Vegeta as well. It's so, like I said, there's so much stuff to be going through at the moment, and it's all very exciting. So anyway, get the last attack in here with Supreme Kai, and then we go on to see. Now we have the Toa rotation. I believe we should not finish him off here with Xeno Vegeta, but let's see. So we're looking at 161,000, man. That is... yeah, his defense, it gets close to 500k this turn when he super attacks, which is actually pretty ridiculous. I mean, this puts him almost on the level, if not at the level, of some of the recent side banner units that we've been seeing, like the 40% support. Because for crossover, he is a 40% support, and yeah, he's looking real good. 3.5 million attack. So even though he's not on the team to be a big damage dealing unit, he's still putting out pretty decent attack stats, and he has really high defense as well. So overall, they definitely did a very good job with this man's awakening. Good. They made us wait long enough, right? So it looks like it was actually worth waiting for in the long run, which is good. I think it's only a couple of the Fusions units now are the only SSRs in the game that don't have awakenings, because the STR Trunks and those 2 Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas were the few of the only units that didn't have them outside of those fusion units. So you've got Wirus, the Celza, Chowman, and the Janembu. I think it's just those 4. There might be another one that I'm forgetting as well. They're like the only SSRs in the game now that don't have awakenings. But they seem to have forgotten all about fusions, considering they're part of crossover as well. They didn't include them in this big like crossover celebration. So I wonder if those units are going to just stay completely forgotten about until maybe one day we get like a Fusions 2. Because otherwise I don't know what... I mean, look at this Vegeta as well, by the way. Greatly stacking. I'll probably do my own video for him and like the Goku as well. But 450k defense. And then Trunks is just rocking 162 with the extra support from Supreme Kai of Time. So we'll make this the final turn. We'll see how good Vegeta is again here. Like this Vegeta and the Goku, they're like must run on their own teams. 4.5 million from him. That's pretty good. Let me get a dodge. I always love it when you dodge attacks that will do double-digit damage. 3.6, and we get the crit, and that finishes him off. So what better way to end the turn and end the video there. STR Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, he finally got his awakening, and boy, did they do our boy proud. His awakening is very, very good. So this is something that everyone can be excited for, because if you're an older player, but you are free to play, maybe you're not going in on the banners, this is a unit that you've probably had laying around for some time, who is now very good and fun to use. So yeah, very cool. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.